who came and started producing palm oil in the islands. And now we are a bit we have been able to import substitute for tallow. Tallow is the raw material for making soap from the investments of the Indonesians. So therefore, these NAM countries, G77 countries, who have capacity to invest in sister countries, we produce the goods and the services from the local raw materials. That will be, that one is already happening. It's just a question of for instance, one Chinese company came and started producing ceramic tiles. You can imagine ceramic tiles were being imported, I don't know from where. Now they are making them here. And Uganda was spending, I think, $40 million on those ceramic tiles. That money is now saved. And of course the region also was squandering a lot of money. And there are so many other examples. So the NAM countries, the group of 77 countries can do that cross-border investment, and it would help. Now, once you produce a good or a service, the next issue is who buys it. Who buys? The story of Maynard Keynes, who buys what you produce. That's why we should, here in Africa, we are conscious of this. And some of us who have been involved from the 1960s, we could not rest without addressing this. That's why when we had opportunity, we revived the East African community with Tanzania and Kenya. Now there are 8 countries in that community: Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, Congo, and recently Somalia. Because we can't produce without a market. The internal market of Uganda of 46 million people is not enough. It's not enough. We have COMESA, which is bigger, and now we have the African continental market. But how do we trade with others? Because in Africa we are definitely moving. We have sold our view, and people are beginning to understand it. In Europe, some of the integration was helped by business groups, like by 1870, Germany was not one country. It was 39 kingdoms. They were all German, but they had those small kings there. But in Prussia, there was a group called Junkers. They say, I don't know this European, they write it Junkers, but they say Junkers, that the pronunciation is Junkers. These were, I think, big landlords and producing, I don't know what, producing big products. And they had a problem of market. To go from Prussia to Saxony, you pay taxes. From Saxony to this one, you pay taxes. These are part of the people who formed the Pan-German movement of uniting the German kingdoms behind Bismarck when they had the war with France of 1870. Germany was united. France had been a kingdom for a long time, but again, they still had internal barriers of trade. And that was one of the reasons of the French Revolution. There was some internal tax to go from Burgundy to Brittany, pay tax, some issues there. But in the case of France, it was the bourgeoisie, the middle class, who were pushing this freedom of trade across the whole of France. In Germany, it was again some sort of middle class. Those Junkers, I don't know what sort of people they were who were pushing that. So even here, especially at the regional level, we need those business groups who understand the need for the bigger market to come in and help in the process. And I think they are beginning to come up. They're beginning to come up here in East Africa, in Uganda, because they were believing in the tribes, politics of identity. I am this tribe, I am this religion. Because they were not engaged in wealth creation. But now that they are engaged in wealth creation, they are beginning to understand the issue of the market. We have a surplus of milk. We are stuck with the milk. We don't know where to sell it. We have surplus of maize, sugar, industrial products, cement, steel. So the middle class here, we are telling, okay, you are talking about tribes and religion. Let the tribes buy the cement. That's another thing. But we have been talking about tribes. So the second issue is the issue of the market. Produce the goods and services, cooperate in producing the goods and services, cooperate on the issue of the market. In Africa, we are moving well among ourselves, but beyond Africa, what do we do? We already have some arrangements with China. China allows some of our products to enter the Chinese market tax-free, and we are continuing to discuss with them that. How about the others? How about India? How about Turkey? How about Indonesia? How about the ASEAN countries? What is the arrangement? Then finally, you have the issue of the infrastructure, because you need the infrastructure to link the producer with the consumer. The road, the railway, the power station to produce the good easily. And again, here with China, we are doing good work with them. They have helped us to build two power stations of a total of about 900 megawatts of electricity, and some other projects. We are also talking about the standard gauge railway. So the three areas: invest, coordination on the invest, produce goods and services together. Number two, the issue of markets. And then finally, the issue of infrastructure to link the consumer with the producer. Now, finally, the issue of financing. We shall have to look for affordable finances to talk about it among us. The World Bank, Banco Mundial, and IMF, they are not serious people. They just support consumption. I have a governor here. He's the governor of the bank. He's here. IMF gives him money called import support. Can you imagine? They give him money to support imports. And that's a debt to my people. Support imports, not of capital goods, but of perfumes. What do you call these other dead people's hair? Alcohol, wines. Okay, I wouldn't mind if those who want to buy alcohol, but if they could give me first money for investment, and the other one was additional. So this is off the point. But also within our own countries, we need discipline. Because with the discipline, we have money here, but money is not properly prioritized. People are doing this, doing that, and these people know that when we prioritize, we actually do things. We actually do things. Like this conference center here, we built it with our money in a fairly short time. We've been able to build it. So that is also another angle, the angle of frugality, in order to invest in production so that we expand the base of the economy. Thank you very much. I wish you good luck.
President, thank you